Welcome back, YouTube. What is going on? We have another ST video. Today we're doing the rear traction bar for the Focus ST. You're going to need to jack up the rear of the vehicle decently high so you can fit under here. You got to do it a little higher if you're fat ass like me. So, where the control arm goes into this subframe here, looks to be we're going to be bolting on the front side here. We're going to be using this bolt and the bolt right here to hold it, and that should make this point where the control arm connects more rigid. Use a 15mm socket or box wrench to break this nut loose. Go ahead and remove the two back wheels. Since we're working in here anyways, I have bought in the past, like a year ago even, I had bought these arms. These are toe arms, and then over there I have these adjustable camber arms. So the other one's over there. So we're going to install these all today too, and then I'll go get an alignment tomorrow. If you're only doing the traction bar, you only need to remove the back one under the car. The front bolt for this toe arm is also 15mm. So we're going to remove this one and that one. You can see a difference right away. I would assume, don't take my word for it, but I would assume that this would be stronger and flex less than this, just because this is some stamped, what is that, 1/8 inch or 3/16 steel. So we're gonna have to adjust it to fit. It's pretty close right now. Can't really see, but I'll show you how we're going to measure that next. So we're going to want to have an equal amount of threads on both sides of the center pipe. Okay? So what we're going to do is, I ran them all the way down, so now they're too small. See? So, this is what I'm going to do. We're going to use this straight edge, which is from Combination Square. Okay? I'm going to measure from the outside wall to the outside wall, and then we're going to slowly match that on these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark one side with a Sharpie, and then that means the Sharpie is going to go together. So if I do half a turn on this, I'm going to do half a turn on this. That way the threads are always the same distance apart, here and here. Once you got it close, what you can do to verify and do a fine adjustment is take the stock one, put the bolts through, stand it up, then take this, and it should slide right over like that. If it doesn't just slide right over, then you're not even close. So just make sure you do this. This will be close enough for you to drive to the alignment shop. So I got both toe arms in now, and this brace goes on the toe arm bolt. So I have the bolt, there we go, I have it just in so it would be easy to line up. So I'm going to pull these two out, take this, there's a part where it's like recessed in, and then a part that's flat. The part that's flat is going to go against the bolt like this. So I need 2 hands to do this, and I'll show you what it looks like. So there it is, installed. So it just goes from here to the other side. And do your best when you're tightening it down to get the bolt centered. So what I did was I used this socket and held it, and then I felt the distance all the way around, and then I moved it to where it was as centered as possible, and then I tightened it down, and then I went to the other side and tightened it down. Here's what it looks like from behind. This one here, it's on a slight angle if you look at it compared to the rest of the rod. So what I did was I left that nut slightly loose so that I could tweak this the couple degrees that it's tweaked. And now I'm going to tighten it down, both of them, so that I can drive slowly to Firestone to get a alignment tomorrow. Now follow the camber arm all the way up, and there is the bolt right there at the top. Take that one out, and then we can slide this camber arm out. What I'm going to do on this one is we're going to mount this first on the bolt. We're going to have this all the way threaded down, both this and this. So the end and this middle piece. And then we're going to notice that we need to extend it to match. So we want to make sure this doesn't rotate. And then we're going to rotate this collar. And it's going to extend both ways. And we're going to do that until we fit. Once we get it to fit on, we take this collar and we're going to lock that collar down on top of this. And then we're going to tighten this bolt that clamps the bottom and stops this from spinning. The side of this that says in is opposite the nuts. So these nuts go towards the rotor, and the part that says in goes to the inside of the car. Oh boy, that one was a pain to get in and out. That top bolt up there was pretty rough. I got it though, because the rotor will pop out towards the outside of the car once you unbolt the stock control arm. So you're having to push pretty hard with like 2 hands almost on this thing, and then line this up. It'd be better if you had another person to give you a hand. But I got it in all tight now. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Then I'm going to snug up, just verify that all the nuts are snugged up. The 2 on here, and then the 1 on here, and then that Allen head on here. I'm going to make sure all of them are tight on both sides. And that's about it, guys. Then we're going to toss these tires back on. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode. Till then, wrench on.